Okay, here is an update on what's going on with the W116 300 SD. Got the suspension out of here, and let's see, there's a tie rod end that's on here, and I actually just unbolted this from the steering knuckle. You can see here's the new upper control arm. That's been put back in the car. Let's see, the old one I just stored in this box over here. But and I've got the lower control arm off. Here's those big bolts that it's weird. I'm not sure how that works. It's like, I guess that's for alignment purposes. See how they're offset? You can rotate that. That probably sets the camber. Yeah, camber and caster. So when you rotate the bolt, if you roll it this way, it pulls in the, let's see, pushes out from the bottom, the camber, or pulls it in from the bottom, and then if you rotate it, I guess like that, it's caster. Anyway, never seen it like that before. So let me show you the coolest part. Here's the steering knuckle, and I've painted it and put a new ball joint in here. Here is the trick. There's a tool. Cost $100. I think it was 135 shipped off eBay. Let me show you how this works. So I ordered the one that you need the shop press for, right? But man, if you have this tool, it is so easy. So first thing is this little spacer you put on the bottom like that, and then that lets the whole mechanism sit perfectly straight, flush, right? Here is the magic component. See how it has cutouts to account for the curves in the control arm? And what you do, all right, see this? So I'm gonna see if I can do this with one hand. This clears the boot. There you go. And now you see how those cutouts allow the arm to go down, the spindle to go inside this tool. And see how that we're just right down on top of the ball joint? And then all you do, there we go. And then all you do is push it in the ball joint. Literally, it took 30 seconds. Excellent tool. And it's the cheapest one out there. Now, you do have to have a press, but if you have a shop, you've got a press. And if you don't, man, these things are not crazy expensive at Harbor Freight. You use them maybe, you know, once or twice a year if you're a enthusiast and you're just restoring vehicles, and it's always on suspension components. But yeah, see how that works? So I slide it off of there and see how it doesn't hit the boot, and it's made for the 126, and works on the 116 chassis, but pushes it perfect right in there. Now it also comes with the tool to knock it out, and all it is just like a metal pipe. It's a very heavy metal pipe, hold in your hand right here, and you just bang it with a 5-pound sledge after putting this in a vise, and it just bangs it right out. So it comes with that tool also. But anyway, that's the crucial tool. So what I'm going to do next is wash the lower control arm. Let me show you that. Let me put this over here. Okay. Here is the lower control arm. I'm going to replace these bushings. Yeah, see, it's a little chewed up. I'm sure these were actually probably still okay. Well, it's a little soft. Yeah, that's a little soft. There's lower control arm. You can see that thing's heavy. I'm going to clean up the spring pocket. Whoa! And I'm going to figure out how to take these bushings out, because the bushings that go in, they're different sizes on each side. So let me show you also the tool that I used to break the ball joint loose, from, let's see, oh, I gotta remember what it attaches to. Where's that part? Well, let's just look over here. Yeah, there we go. So the ball joint attaches to the lower control arm. Why is my light not? There we go. See, the ball joint goes through the lower control arm. Well, to break that loose, they make a great tool. This is a Pitman arm puller, and it's on eBay or Amazon for like $39. There we go. It's an OTC 8149. This works right there. Small Pitman arm puller. It's just the generic thing. This works on the Mercedes lower ball joint and control arm. So let me see if I can move this out of the way and show you guys. There we go. See how this just, I can't actually do it with one hand, but it slides around there, and that little needle point goes down on top of the ball joint, and you just screw it down and it'll pop it loose. So this works good. It's not designed for the Mercedes, but it works. And what other special tool did I need? You know what? I think that's it. Those two. Oh, there is a ball joint puller, or a little press. This you just pick up at your your parts store. This is how you get the upper ball joint out. Out of the spindle. So you're going to need those to do your suspension work. So yeah, let me go wash this lower control arm. So this is put together over here. Let me show you what I'm replacing. Got the spring out, replacing the upper control arm, replacing the ball joint comes on the upper control arm, and replacing the ball joint on the lower control arm. These bushings are a little, they look pretty good, but I'm replacing them. They're 40 years old. Yeah, see, these are a little torn up back here. And that's it, man. Oh, I'm also going to replace the, this is the, I guess, stabilizer shock, steering stabilizer shock. And man, the center link on this looks like it's been replaced already. You can tell by the color of the band around here. See, the replacement ones, they also have that band color. I don't think that's, the original Mercedes ones look like this. Let's see. Yeah, they don't have those blue bands, but that's an original one. And this was just worn out. This is what started the whole process, because this was clunking really bad. That's a replacement for the tie rod right here. The thing I don't like about the replacement tie rods, they don't use castle nuts. It's just a nylon, thread locker nut, and that's not correct. That's not how you're supposed to. Those are supposed to be secured. See, if you look at the Mercedes one, see there's a, let's see if we can get this to focus. See the castle nut there, where the cotter pin goes through? That's the correct way, but whatever. That's what the aftermarket ones come with. So I'm going to fire up this parts washer, clean this lower control arm, and press in these new bushings here. See if we can get this thing to start. These things are great. Hopefully I don't drop my phone in here, but these parts washers will, I mean, look at that. Just washes all that grime from years, 40 years of grime off of here. And it's amazing how clean they get. And then you can just spray paint them. So anyway, I'm going to do this and paint it and splice in another video in a little while.